Happy Thanksgiving week to everyone. And just to kind of wrap up last week, really pleased with our guys, going on the road, time and time again throughout the season, we talk a lot about response. And, the thing that's probably made me the most proud of our team is how they responded to adversity. It was, we're coming off a tough game. You're having to go on a road, playing on senior night. Late game, Friday night, short week, a lot of factors that showed up that could have affected a performance. And we had a couple of guys that went down, but next man was ready. And just really pleased with the way that our guys played. I thought we dominated in every facet of the game. And it was a joy to sit there and see the confidence our guys are really starting to build and where we're going here for the future, and it helps set up a great Week 12 matchup. And we got a wonderful opponent coming in, that's playing extremely well. Obviously, was evident in their performance last week. I think they beat the number 3 ranked team in the country, pretty handily. And so we know we got a great challenge here in front of us, but it's also a special opportunity. And so our guys are excited, and we've got to have a great week of preparation, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Well, first of all, just to clean up last week, you mentioned you got a couple of people hurt, and everybody wants to know about Riley Ferguson, his status, and what exactly happened, and what do you think going forward?
Yeah, Riley wasn't able to complete the game. We had, precautionarily, we held him out, and so once we got back home, we were able to reevaluate him. Yesterday you didn't do anything yesterday. Today I was able to go through some individual drills, and we'll continue to evaluate where he's at as the week goes by. I can tell you that he wants to play. He's excited about it, and I know that Jason's preparing himself to play every snap. And so that's what he did last week. And you never know when your number's going to be called. And so we got a football team of guys that are all preparing to play every play.
Did you see what happened to Riley, or when it happened?
Yeah, we got hit. He got hit in the midsection of his body, and kind of got drove to the ground, and it didn't feel very good for him. So as he came over to the side, we just our trainers got a chance to evaluate him, and we felt it was the best interest to hold him for the rest of the game.
Was it concussion protocol?
It was something that. There were a couple different issues, and we just went through our further evaluation with him.
When you look at Houston, obviously it probably doesn't surprise you what they did to Louisville last week.
No, yeah, you see a team that's very capable. You see one that's I think they're the only team in the country that's had two top 5 wins. So you know that they can play. They've got a great group. A coaching staff that puts their guys in a position to be very successful. And so this is a game that every year is going to be a game that we know is going to be a great challenge and battle, just like it's been the last few years. And so, but I can tell you, our guys are hungry. It's our senior day. You got a nationally televised game it's what you hope for, and you want to play well enough throughout a season that the last games that you get the opportunity to play are ones that people want to see, and we definitely have that, and it's a wonderful opportunity for Memphis as a city and as a community to be showcased. And since I got here, that's something that I've been so excited and pleased about, is just that how our community supports this program. And there's only so many opportunities that you'll get throughout a year where you get to truly be showcased as not only as a football team and a football program, but as a community. And this is our opportunity. We got 11 a.m. kickoff. It's going to be beautiful weather, and Memphis gets to shine as showing the atmosphere, showing what how important that this program is to the city, and I'm looking forward to seeing our city out there supporting the Tigers.
Would you call it the bowl game before the bowl game?
It's the big game before the bowl game, and we're excited. It's you get our guys that get a chance to go out and we want to honor these seniors, and that's something that's very, very important to me. I talked to these guys the very first day I got here that we're not building for the future. We were building for now, and we wanted to make sure that every day, every opportunity that we got, that we're giving them the best opportunity to go out in a way that's well represented. And even through the highs and the lows, of this season, you see those guys, the fifth-year seniors, continuing to grow and trying to maximize every day, and they deserve it. They deserve to have this this type of game to play in, and even though it's not, we didn't accomplish a goal of being divisional champions. This is a game that still has a lot of eyes that are going to be on it.
Talk a little bit very quickly about how Jason Stewart was able to really come in, and what was your confidence in him when it was clear that he was going to have to run it the rest of the way?
Jason, I was so very proud of him, and the way that the confidence that he had, the way that he communicated throughout the game. We tried to get him started off, to let him kind of get his bearings and get a sense of the speed of everything that was happening. And then, there was a play on the second drive. He threw an in cut to Daniel Montiel that, took a great drop, put it on rhythm, on time, located the ball perfectly, and it was just at that moment you kind of saw just the relaxation, the confidence. He had a couple third down conversions there on that drive. Made some really nice decisions, and I love the way he communicated with me on the sideline. Everything was focused on doing the little things, and he played a great game. But anybody that was at practice last week would know that he had a chance to play a great game if he had the opportunity, because of the way that he approached every rep last week in practice. Had a wonderful week, and once again, that preparation showed up big on game day.
Last thing about that, if he is the one that has to go, if Riley can't go on Friday, do you open it up? You played it pretty close to the vest for most of the Cincinnati game. You're going to try to open it up a little bit more downfield with Jason?
Well, yeah, and as each game, as you go into each game, you want to play to the strengths of the guy that's taking the snaps, and obviously Jason, we feel has a lot of different qualities that can be showcased, and we know how to plan for him and to put him in a position to be very successful. And he brings a couple different dynamics to our offense that's exciting to see, and so I know that we're planning accordingly for whatever plays out here for this week.
Obviously, good to recruit these seniors. Can you just talk a little bit about what they've meant in the broader context of the program and how they helped you, I guess, when you came in here as the first year? I did recruit a couple of them. There was a couple of them that I did recruit at the beginning. They just maybe didn't come my way. So it's fun. I'll never forget Donald Pennington. Whenever I was at Tulsa and then went to Pitt, and I'd recruited him all the way up through, and I knew when he went to Memphis, I thought it was going to be a great opportunity. And it's so funny, the day that I got here, to be able to see him and get to spend a senior year with him has been pretty special. But all these guys, the first day I got the job here, it's not their guys or any. It's our guys. This is our football team, and for them to be able to experience a senior year that you look over the last 3 years, it's the winningest group that's been a part of our program, and these guys had a big role of that and a big part to play. And so I'm motivated each day to make sure that we're giving them the best opportunity. And that's how I want them to approach football practice. That's how I want them to approach games. That's how I want them to approach the rest of their life, because being what they put in here, it's hard. And so I just want the absolute best for them each and every day, because we're going to have a relationship that's going to last the rest of our lives for the work that they put in here. Obviously, last year's loss was one of the toughest for this group. Do you use that as any additional motivation, or do you try to draw a line between what happened last year and this year?
Yeah, I really don't get too focused on past experience, on last year, and because I wasn't here, I couldn't tell you what the pulse of the team. I couldn't answer any of those questions. I can tell you that I know this football team. I know the way that this football team has responded to every situation. I know how important every day is to this football team, and so they know. They know exactly what's in front of us. They know the opportunity that's there. So we've got to go out there and play.
Two other injured guys. Any updates on Austin Hall and Jared Gentry?
Yeah, it's looking like Gentry's going to be out probably for the rest of the year. He had a foot injury. Austin is slowed, and both those guys are doubtful for this week.
Based on the improvement in the strides that you've seen Riley make as far as health since Friday, do you expect him to play Friday?
that's something we have to see. I mean, if it was today, probably not. So, we don't, but we got a couple days before Friday, so, we'll be able to see how he progresses. I know our athletic training staff's going to do everything in their power to get him in a position to be ready, but, we got to see how his body and everything progresses.
Even though this is a Friday game, this is like, you do get a full week of practice at least, because you play Friday, now you're going to play another Friday.
Yep, no, it's a work week, and so today's a Tuesday. I know everybody else might think it's Monday, but it's Tuesday to us, and so that's we're just approaching it like a normal work week in our preparation, and guys did a nice job today.
Houston had, I think, 11 sacks against Louisville. They got that true freshman, Matt Oliver. What kind of adjustments do you make, or do you make adjustments, I guess, when you're facing that sort of upset?
No, it's a group that's extremely explosive, and I think everything does start up front with Oliver. I mean, he's a special player. He's very he's very youthful, but since the first game of the season against Oklahoma, I mean, he's been impactful, and so you have to know where he's at. But the thing that makes them a real challenge is that you can't just key on one guy. They've got guys all over the field. Coach Orlando does a great job in the pressure packages that they bring, and the pressure that they put on an offense. Even when they're only bringing 4 guys or 5 guys, they do a nice job with their schemes. And so we got a great challenge in front of us. That's one of the best defenses in the country statistically. Getting to the quarterback, one of the best defenses in rush defense, and so. We're going to have to play well.
And offensively, of course, everybody knows here around Greg Ward Jr. He made his first start against Memphis a couple of years ago and was dynamic. And you've seen a lot of running quarterbacks, dual threat guys, and he's among the best.
Yeah, what makes him pretty special as a guy that you can classify a dual threat is just how well he throws the football. And I mean, he is he's got some talented guys around him, some really good receivers out on the perimeter. They've got a very strong run game, but if he can drop back and really really hurt you with his arm, and then if you do have everybody covered up, you've got to be able to try to keep him contained because of his escapability is so good. So he's a guy that's one of the top players in our conference, probably one of the top players in the country. So, once again, this is you don't have some of the victories that they've had without having great players, and there's no question about it. They have great players, and but for us, we've got to put together a plan and put our guys in a position to be successful, and you got to go out there and you got to make the plays.